In 1963, white supremacist organizations bombed the A.G. Gaston Motel, where civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. and others had organized protests against the segregation of the school system and discrimination in Birmingham. Reverend Fred Shuttleworth had convinced King that the desegregation of Birmingham would have a strong influence on the nation, giving civil rights leaders more recognition and influencing other states of the nation. The attack was no surprise. The Ku Klux Klan had just held a massive rally outside of the city, and anonymous phone threats were placed before the bombing. Birmingham police and the FBI were notified ahead of time that the Ku Klux Klan had planned the attack. The hotel and surrounding area were already under surveillance by the FBI as an angry mob cried out for Klansmen to kill the civil rights leaders. Interestingly, William Branham's sermons are missing from the month of May during this Klan rally, one of his most active years of recording sermons. Following the pattern of other white supremacy leaders, William Branham spoke strongly against the education system and claimed that people with black skin should be happy with their segregated system. Branham publicly sided with those who bombed the blacks in Birmingham by speaking out against those that were bombed. Just after the Birmingham race riot, Branham belittled the blacks who fought for equality and repeated the Klan's false claims that schools for black were just as good as schools for white. He said, and I quote, "So they're not slaves. They have as much freedom as anybody else. If they were to be slaves, I would be on that side, but they're not slaves. It's just because they want to go to school. They got schools. Let them go to school." That's right. Remember that old colored brother standing up there that morning in the riot. You can learn this and more on william-branham.org.